Today you're going to learn how to braid. You're going to learn how to bake a challah in your own home. The beauty is all the work is done here, and all you have to do is put it, I believe, Debbie will let us know, at 350 in the oven, and you will be able to bake challah. At this point, I'd like to introduce Presenting Debbie Epstein, who I can say from personal experience is an incredible challah baker. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie Epstein. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Avi, and welcome to tonight's holiday of Cherry Hill. My name. If you don't know me, my name is Debbie Epstein, and some of you do know me from the recipe column in The Voice, the Rebbitzins recipes, which I've been writing for the past several years. But tonight I'm excited and privileged to share with you a live demo on how to bake challah and the significance of the mitzvah. On a personal note, I've been baking challah for several years. And I aim on a weekly basis to prepare challah in honor of Shabbat. Yet I have to admit, I have never ever mixed about 200 pounds of challah dough like I have now. Until today, and it was quite an experience. So thank you for the committee for helping to assist. And thank you to the JCC for providing the venue. I know many of you might be intimidated to prepare challah, and I can understand why. However, I will show you how easy this process really is. Also, it's lots of fun with your kids. My kids are here. And they are professional challah bakers. Some of you have been to my home, know why. It's safe. First of all, a little background to this mitzvah. What is the source of challah? So there's a verse in the Torah that states that we are commanded to separate a portion of the dough called challah. This process is called haprashat challah, which means to separate. Challah is the mainstay of food in every single festive meal on Shabbos and holidays, except for what? Yom Kippur. That's right. We don't eat on Yom Kippur. And Passover, which we do eat, matzah. Okay. Additionally, our mother Sarah baked fresh dough in Abraham's tent, and this dough was blessed because it remained fresh from week to week. Also, challah is one of the 24 priestly gifts given. If anyone is ever wondering why there are 2 challahs at each table, the second reason might be because there was a double portion that God blessed us with manna in the desert, when Hashem gave us a double portion on Friday, which remained to Shabbos, so we had 2 portions, therefore we have 2 challahs on each of the 3 meals of the Sabbath. There is also added idea that by baking challah, this brings bracha, blessings, into our home. Now many are aware that there are 613 mitzvot in the Torah. The mitzvah of challah, along with 2 others, were specifically given to women. Number 1, challah, we're here to discuss tonight. Number 2, lighting candles for Shabbat, 18 minutes prior to sundown on a Friday. And number 3, maintaining the laws of family purity, immersing in a mikvah. On a side note, I'd like to inform the audience that there are 2 state-of-the-art mikvahs located here in Cherry Hill. One on the east side and one on the west side. I am the director of Mikvah Ohaleah, a congregation of Sons of Israel. And if anyone is interested, please feel free to speak to me later on. Furthermore, when performing these mitzvos, it is considered an Eis Ratzon, an auspicious time for tefillah, for prayers. Does anyone ever remember watching their bubby light the candles, and they tug on her skirt and say, "Are you finished already? What are you saying there for so long? Why are you covering your face?" And she looks down at her grandchild and she says, "I'm praying for you." Also, in regards to challah, it is customary prior to separating the dough to offer heartfelt prayers for our loved ones, for health, and to pray for the Jewish people. I find it interesting on a personal note that we don't offer any prayers for any other type of culinary creations except for challah. This is spiritual, blessed food, and that is why it is so, so special. So, enough being said, is everybody ready to learn the recipe, how to make challah and how to prepare dough? Okay. Here we go. Welcome to the live challah demo. Okay. Here, first we have our ingredients. We have, okay, I can find it, yeast, active dry yeast. Very easy, very simple. Comes in a package, requires refrigeration once it's opened. Second, we have water. Now this is very important, that the temperature of the water is very important. If it's too cold, the yeast does not launch. However, if it is too hot, the yeast will be killed. So you have to get that perfect temperature, which is lukewarm. You got it. Now, a couple more ingredients. Salt, which is regular table salt. Oil, I use canola just because it's healthier. And flour. Here we go. A 5-pound bag of flour. And the requirements of separating challah, we use a 5-pound bag of flour. We would say a bracha, a blessing on this dough. Now, I forgot one important ingredient, which is the sugar. Now, we in the Epstein household like it extra sweet, so I have altered this recipe and I double the sugar. And I put even extra sugar in for Rosh Hashanah and the high holidays because we wanted an extra sweet year, which I wish all of you a very sweet year, 57, 75, going forward. Now, after the challah is baked and braided, we put an egg wash on, and then spices. However, one ingredient is missing. Can anyone figure out what that is? Stand up and say your name. Give me a shot. Okay. Yes. Sesame seeds. Okay, that's a good try. Everybody, she said sesame seeds. Sesame seeds go on top, so thank you for that input. Anyone else? Love. Love. There's lots of love going into this bowl. Amalia. Eggs. All right. Amalia got the answer. Round of applause for Amalia. Okay. This is actually a water challah recipe, so the eggs are not missing. It is perfect for anyone who has an egg allergy. You know that, like one of my kids has an egg allergy. The little guy, if anyone knows, my youngest son, he's allergic to eggs. The first question when I ask if he meets you is if he can eat this because it has eggs in it. However, this challah recipe is also perfect for anyone vegan out there. It's fantastic because it is egg-free. So this recipe is not mine. It's actually imported from the land of Israel, and it's called Presenting Debbie's challah. This Rebbitzin, who was in Bnei Brak in Israel, was known to bake challah with large groups of women every Thursday, kind of like us that were gathered here today. And she has passed on since then, and her daughter, Leah Kolodetsky, has taken over this Thursday bake. Last year when I was in Israel with my husband, Rabbi Ephraim, we had the opportunity to attend, he didn't go, a challah baking class. And I have to mention, if anyone knows, that when the major snowstorm happened in Israel, it was 18 inches, we were there for that. And when it started to snow that morning, we were deciding we should travel. I said, I have to go to this challah demo. And we went. So, I'd like to begin now by starting the recipe. I'd like to have an assistant, if anyone would like to volunteer to help mix the dough. Please come up.